Hello and welcome to video series presented by Integration Bytes. In this video we will see how to integrate MuleSoft with ServiceNow. So before we move on, let me introduce you myself. I am Muhammad Akib, working as a MuleSoft certified developer and integration architect since last few years now. In this video we will cover how to create ServiceNow developer account, how to configure ServiceNow within MuleSoft application, and also we will see how to create MuleFlow to send incidents or ticket details to ServiceNow. In the end, we will see all these steps through a demo. So let's move on and start creating the ServiceNow developer account. Let's open the URL developer.servicenow.com. Right, once this web page is loaded, we need to click sign up and start building and fill this form. You can give the details as per your name and email and country, everything. Right, then we need to click I am not a robot, I have read and agreed to ServiceNow agreement, and just click sign up. So this is pretty simple to create the developer account uh, for ServiceNow. Once you are here, it asks to verify the email, and I will stop this video for now, and when I have verified, you can also verify from your email, and then we will continue from there. Now that once you have verified your account, you will be redirected to this sign in page. So you need to give the email over here and then click next and provide your password as well. And let's click sign in. There we go. Now the sign in is successful and we are being redirected. Okay, yes, we can give some of the answers of these questions and then just click finish setup. All right, now our first thing we need to do when we are here on this screen, we need to click request instance. Since this instance we will be working with, we will be integrating MuleSoft with this instance. We will be running this instance to check all the tables within ServiceNow, like incidents, tickets, or HR related, or whatsoever. We will see all the tables over there. So just click request instance, and there you see the message, we are processing your request, which will take only few minutes, or I mean few seconds. Okay, let's see if we have got the instance. Refresh instance. Let's see. Instance with no activity for over 10 days will be okay. So I mean the instance has been created. You can see over here instance status, this is online, and just we can start, click on start building, or after a while you will get the instance details once this is created. So you see all the details, like this is the URL, this is the admin, I mean username admin and the password is this. So we can click open instance as well, and just let me copy the password first. However, you can see this password later on as well. keep your instance active. We need to keep the instance active. If this is inactive for 10 days, so it will be reclaimed, and you will have to just request again for the instance. Okay, let's just click this URL. So meanwhile it is loading, we can see more details over here. Instance, this is installed, and we can also click start building. So it will also redirect us to this particular instance. Okay, session expired. Okay, oh, because the session has been switched over here. Okay, all right, let's go. So we are being redirected to App Engine Studio. There it says the high system. How to do getting started? Okay, get started. Okay, so add a table, add an experience, or whatever you want to do, we can just work from here. You can also see all the my apps, templates, resources, everything. So let's go back to App Engine Studio, main screen, in home, or in over here. And okay, once we are in initial screen over here, we can see few of the links on the top header. We can click all, since we are going to work with incidents, so we need to search where is incident. So you see over here there is incident. There are many more tables and objects over there, but we want to work with incidents, so just click over here, and you see that we already have one of the incidents created. Let's click this and check what's inside and what are the details provided to this incident. All right, so just like this we can also create our own incidents. So when you click over here new, and the incidence number, this is incident number, and then there is the open date. It is we don't want to assign close date as of now, because when we resolve it, it will be closed. And we can assign the urgency medium, high, or low, right? And there is short description, we can assign high there. Issue found in the flow. Okay, just a minute. Just like this, we are working currently, we are creating this incident manually, but we will see in later on that how we can create the same incident through MuleSoft. Our MuleSoft flow will create this incident within ServiceNow. So just we can create submit. So this is this incident we just created manually. All right. So when we go back, it is all already working, I guess. Yes. So now the incident has been created. This is just what we created. Hi there, the issue is found in the flow. Okay, and just when we click resolve over here, it will be resolved and will be marked as resolved. Okay, when we click over here again, this says as resolved. Okay, and here is the activity detail as well. All right, go back. Now we saw that how we can create the MuleSoft, sorry, I mean ServiceNow account, and how we can create the incident. What are the different features in ServiceNow? And let's move on and create the flow in Anypoint Studio, and then we will see how we can integrate that flow, that Mule flow, with ServiceNow incident, and we will create a flow that will interact with this incident object. So let's move on to Anypoint Studio and see how we create that. So here we have Anypoint Studio, where we will be creating the Mule project. So let's just create a Mule project and give it any name. In our case, we will say like MuleSoft ServiceNow Integration. Okay, let's click finish. Okay, so very first thing we need to see if we already have ServiceNow connector uh, available for this project, or we will have to add from the exchange. So you can search from here. If you see any ServiceNow, that's fine. If you don't see it here, the ServiceNow related operations, so just click in search in engine, as I mean search in exchange, and here you need to find ServiceNow. Let's ServiceNow. Okay, so very first connector you see, you will have to just click here, add here, and it will be added to your project. Fine. So we already have this available from here in Mule palette, so we can just click cancel. If you don't have, you will have to click finish. That's fine. Right. So let's just add an HTTP listener, because we will be creating a REST API. Through which we will call that API through Postman, and then if there will be any error, so this will be the scenario that if there is any error, we will the MuleSoft or MuleFlow will create a ticket in ServiceNow. So let's just configure this listener, create new configuration. Okay, okay, and just give it the path as, let's suppose, and MuleSoft ServiceNow integration test, or even you can say incident. Click save, or just control S, and then we can add a service now, or for logging purpose at least we can add a log first, and here we can print as payload, and then we can call any service now operation, and in our case we will be adding service now invoke operation. Okay, because we will be creating the service now incident within ServiceNow, so we will create. Now the interesting part is here that we will have to configure the connector. We will have to configure ServiceNow settings. So let's just click 8, and we can say whether we want to have the basic authentication or auth authentication. So for this video we will be using basic authentication, right? So for username, you will pass here the username which you created, it was admin, and for password, you will write the password. So if you don't remember your password, I will show you how you can get it. So once you go over there, uh, when you click on this icon for your profile, on this drop down you see manage instance password. Once you click here, you see all the details, uh, instance name, instance URL, username, password. So we need both of these, like instance URL and password as well. So password we can copy from here, and we need to paste the password here, and service address we need to copy that URL. Just copy link address and paste it over here, and just click test connection. It will take a while, and will print the message as a pop-up that the test is successful if your username, password, and service address is correct. Okay, so the test connection is successful, which means that we are ready to integrate with ServiceNow. If we say that we have already connected MuleSoft application with ServiceNow, see, so this statement won't be wrong. So we are just ready to implement the operations like incident and service, etc. So we just click OK and click save, Control S. Now here it asks that provide the service, provide the operation. So once you click refresh a couple of times over here, so after refreshing you will see the tables have been loaded, or service you can say. So we need to have incident service. Just type incident, and operation as we want to insert the incident from MuleSoft to ServiceNow, we can just click insert, right, and just save this flow. Okay, just okay, that's fine. Now add a transformer right after your invoke math operation. So you will see that what is expected as input for this one. I mean, you can add transformer before invoke operation. Now here we see that what should be added in invoke operation, and which fields are to be added over there, right? So if we see, if we go to that ServiceNow table, just we can just click start building, and we want to see the incident table, that what are the required values that we can add. If we click new, so incident number opened, or urgency, short description, everything. So let me add a few fields over there. So let's find, there should be description. Right. So if I say description, hi, there is an error in the flow, right? What else we can add? We can say urgency. We can select urgency as well. So let's search urgency. So for urgency, we need to add the numbers like 1, 2, or 3. So we can have it as 1 over there. Okay, what else we can add? uh, Caller. Okay, so we can just search system. So this is the email, we can copy, right, and in the flow we can search for the email, or there is something ID. uh, Let me search. There should be caller ID. Okay, for caller ID we can write as this email. That's fine. So now, since we want to implement this within the error handling, like if there is any error in the flow, then we will have to create the incident in ServiceNow. So what we can do, we can just expand error handling and search for on error propagate, and drag it here, and just uh, move these two operations here within on error propagate, right? So we can also add any logger, so that we know that what's being printed. Okay, even we can say like hello, there is an error in the flow, right? We can just copy and save. Okay, so the flow is ready. However, you can implement as long flow as depends on your requirement, but let's run the application now and see how it goes. You can just click run as. Okay, what's going on? Okay, run as Mule application. Okay, so the application is just initializing, and in a while it will be started and deployed if everything is fine over there. Okay, this is still starting. Right, so application has been deployed successfully and started. So now we will move to Postman, and we will try to hit some of the payload with the URL, and we will see how it goes if there is any error in the payload, so how it behaves. But wait, before we go on, we can just add a transform message a component to validate the JSON format. Okay, says convert the payload to JSON. That's perfect. Let's now move to our Postman and see how it works. So let me just remove this part and send a few requests. Okay, not initialized. That's fine. The application is restarting. It must be restarting. Okay, so it is starting again since we made this change. So it auto restarted. Let's click the send again, and yes, we are getting okay response. But now if we make any change in the JSON payload, just like this, and we send it, so there we got the error, server error, and payload is JSON or blah blah. Now if you see here, so we get to know that hello, there is an error in the flow, and it says that creating service to this service now. Let's move on and see if we have got any new incident in service now. Okay, and just click all and incidents. There you go. Congratulations, we have got this new incident over here. And so you should notice one thing, that this short description field is empty. That's because we have made a little mistake in our flow, that here instead of description we need to add short description, just like this. Okay, and once you click save and run again this flow, it should be working perfectly fine. So let me just show you. Once this application is restarted, we will see with few of the requests that how it goes. So it is just starting. It will take a while. Meanwhile, we can see in Postman. Okay, the we will send the same message with error, the JSON payload with error, and let's see if the yes, the application is restarted. We can just click send. Okay, and go back to incidents. So you can see now there is another incident created, and this time we have got this field as hi, there is an error in the flow, uh, urgency, as we have also mentioned this in the transformation and in this message this urgency is 1. So if you can notice that this is the 1, the number of this particular the field is 1. Okay, so that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video.
So this brings end of video session. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit bell icon to get more such exciting videos. You can also leave comments to have the video that you would like to see in future. Until then, stay tuned.